On this week's episode of Irritable Bowel Syndrome, that's not right, I bought something. We have a secret box. You can tell how secret it is by how much I'm covering up the address area. Come on, there we go. I have special computer. A computer made with magic, or so they like to claim. I've never owned one of these, and you already read the title, so I don't know why I'm being ominous about it. I'm mainly recording this unboxing just to see how terrible the packaging was, and it's not that bad. So for the price of $150, there were several of these Macs by the same seller. I kind of budgeted myself $200. Oh, this isn't that bad. I thought maybe it was just a loose plastic. It was like kind of designed for this. Don't fall through the bottom, please. This is a 2013 iMac, 21.5 inch, so it's not the Pro, not the 4K, it's 1080p. This is much smaller in person. And I already know of some cosmetic damage. Wow, they did not even bother to clean this. But there's also scratches and stuff in the front. Oh, and up here as well, there's a crack or a chip in the glass. The seller had several other Macs. This one was one of the first to go. Oh yeah, there's a big scratch. But I didn't want to have to wait for the other ones in case they went too high up in the bidding. And usually these sell for 200-ish. I managed to score this for 150, even with the cosmetic wear. No one else really tried to get it for me, so that's fine. We have that standard I/O that you find in Macs. So you have a headphone, that might be a microphone combo jack. I don't see a microphone, but I do see a headset, so maybe. SD slot, which is now a feature. 4 USB ports, 2 Thunderbolt ports, Thunderbolt 2 I believe, and Ethernet. Anymore, they just have a bunch of Type-Cs, and not everything has Type-C anymore. This might have been the first or second gen of iMacs to then not have a big thick bezel, so these are really hard to upgrade. Before this, you could actually just kind of pop off the glass and get to RAM down here, but now that's no longer a thing. And you have to peel away at the display, and it can break the glass, which is always fun to deal with. I believe iFixit sells kits to re-put on the glass and to take this off if you're trying to do an upgrade like that. This specific model has an i5 4570S and a GT, I don't know if it's a GTX or just GT750M, 1 gigabyte of GDDR5 memory, 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, and I believe this has a 1 terabyte hard drive rather than an SSD. Now I would like to put an SSD in this. I would have liked to have gotten an SSD in this. So I'm going to clean this up, and then I thought maybe that looked a little weird, but no, it's fine. Man, they really did not bother to clean this. And there's several dings and scratches along this, but that's fine. For my first ever Apple computer, I am excited. I'm lying. Microphone right there and on the top, and a little face cam, or a little webcam for the FaceTime. Yeah, that's dinged up. I don't know how iMacs get like this. I mean, they're not really being moved around a lot. They're just kind of stationary. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to see the backside, so that's fine. Yeah, that is a big cut in the display. That was not shown in the picture. I was more worried about other scratches and blemishes. And I believe there's only one other Mac that sold for a better price, or just a little bit more, and the rest of them weren't as messed up as this one was. But this, I guess, was the mid-tier one, because it has the 750M. The tier right below it has a similar i5 with Iris Pro graphics, which I don't know if that'd be better or not, or how much different the 750M is. Wasn't particularly trying to get an NVIDIA GPU in one of these, because I know how Apple and NVIDIA's relationship is, and I was kind of hoping to get something AMD with Metal, the Metal API ability. I'm gonna get this hooked up, and we can continue from there. In a perfect world, I would have gotten the M1 iMac, but currently there's a war going on, so nothing's really perfect. Pretty nice, I guess. I mean, it's Apple, so they can't really do anything wrong, kind of perfect demi-beings crafted by the gods to give us the perfect machines. I do whatever I can with this to make it presentable and beautiful and smudgeless. There are a lot of cracked iMacs out there. I don't know how that happens. You know, it's fine. So for a mouse, I'm using a G503, or that's wrong. I'm using a G305 wireless mouse. I've got one for my Windows machine and one for my iMac. I'm not going to get an Apple mouse because they're stupid looking. They charge terribly. Who puts the charger on the bottom so it's unusable while it's charging? Fucking idiots. Apple's dumb. Don't buy an Apple computer unless it's an M1. Those are pretty cool, alright. I have this keyboard though, which is missing a few keys, that's fine, that my friends acquired from school, so I thought that'd be fitting. So it has this little funky USB port with a divot in it, and that's paired with this USB extension. And thanks Apple for designing this brilliantly so that this USB extension can only be used with this keyboard or other Apple devices that may have this little divot. Thanks for ruining this and locking it down to your little perfect ecosystem. I'm not even going to use this because I don't need it because it's going to be right next to the iMac. So now that little extension is e-waste. They actually did provide a power cable, I just didn't realize. It is now plugged in. It's not an original Apple one though, so it's just like a regular black one that I have several of. I don't know if I'm ready to experience the perfection of computing that I'll never experience again, even though this is like 8 years old. This is, 9 years old, okay. Okay, power button is on this side. Gong! Ready, give me the gong. Hey. Okay, I thought it was going to be a big white screen. Yeah, this mark is very visible. I don't know why it was not in the eBay pictures. It's running a hard drive, so that's why it's taking a minute. This is before Apple thought it was necessary to put solid state and everything. But luckily this model has as much RAM as the newest computers do, at least the base models. 8 gigs on Windows, I would say is bare minimum. You could try to get away with that, but on macOS, it's more efficient. Oh, Mac user, okay. With a baseball. Whoever set this up is... Never mind, I'm not going to attack people in this video. Except Apple. Fuck Apple. Enter password. How am I supposed to know the password? Oh, password numbers 1234. Oh, thanks for that. This is my first time experiencing macOS. I've never actually used a Mac or an Apple computer other than my dad had a laptop when I was like 12 and I didn't even really realize what was going on and how it was different. I only used it to play Minecraft mediocrely. Your keyboard cannot be identified and will not be usable until it's identified. To identify this keyboard, click continue. What does that mean? It's a USB. If your keyboard is working properly and you have an additional USB input device connected to your computer that is not a keyboard, you can skip this step. Continue. Press the key immediately to the right of the shift on the left side of the keyboard. That can't be identified. Wait, what? You mean Z? What? Oh, is this to identify like the region? Is this like some kind of stupid quiz? Like to see if I can function like a human? Your keyboard cannot be identified. You have pressed a key on your Apple keyboard. Press the key on the keyboard that can't be. Press the key only once and do not hold down the key for a long time. When the key is recognized, the next panel will appear. Just give me a doom. That's for you. Alright, whatever. Oh, maybe this just isn't working. I'm gonna re-plug it in. Okay, ooh. Now there's a light. I don't want to press caps lock. Let's, about this Mac. I don't know how people fail to do this when like selling their Mac. A lot of the time they don't recognize that this is pretty much all the information you need on the computer, which is very handy. And it's like the very first thing that can be identified basically in the very top left, right there about this Mac. A lot of people like just miss this. I don't know why. So yeah, this is a 21.5-inch late 2013 iMac with a 2.9 GHz quad-core Intel i5, 8 GB of 1600 MHz DDR3 with a GT750M 1 gig with a serial number that is mine. 1080p, yep. Storage, we have 1 terabyte. Apparently macOS uses 32 gigs. I'm gonna reset this thing. Oh, okay. There's 2 memory slots with 4 gigs each. Oh, with memory upgrade instructions. Wow, this was back in the time when Apple allowed this. That's awesome. Before they became so anti-prepared. Yeah, so wait, what version of macOS? Oh, Catalina. Is that the latest this runs? I'm gonna have to check elsewhere. But I'm gonna go and reset this so it's not under this random person. I don't know how to use macOS at all. Reset. No results found. Thanks. Apple, you gotta fix your OS. I know this isn't the latest or anything, but this has me confused. Open in Finder. Sure, I don't care how you do it. I just want to see my downloads. This looks a little Windowsy, don't you think, Apple? Clean up your act. Brightness. Okay. Oh, that gets very dark and very bright. Now, I could have gotten a Mac Mini, which would have been cheaper, but at the same time, I'd still be spending at least $100, and then I need a display with it. And iMacs give you really good displays with great color accuracy, and I just figured I might as well just get an iMac at that point, because I'm going to be spending probably $100 on a display unless I get something used as well. Hello, Olive. Okay, inverted scrolling, you lost points. I don't want to have to scroll up to scroll down. How Windows of them. We need to double click icons. So at some point I'm going to switch this out for an SSD. It doesn't seem awfully slow or anything, it seems totally fine. I don't want a GD baseball on my profile picture. Who wants that? Why is that a default image? I want a little cat or something else. Not a fucking baseball. Where do you take me for, Apple? A sucker? I paid too much for your computer? Well, guess what? I didn't, because it's 8 years old. Actually, funny enough, these are some of the cheapest computers you can get. Like a full computer, display and everything. I mean, minus keyboard and mouse, but those are extra cheap. For $100 you can get a full computer. It's pretty nice. I mean, if you're not trying to do anything with it, you just want to browse the web or experience the magic that is an Apple computer, then yeah, cool. Alright, anyway, that is the end of this video. I bought stuff, insert number. I'm going to do a full video on this eventually, maybe in like 2 or 3 years. I'll check my schedule. But like, subscribe, and if you didn't realize, I have a Discord. Oh yeah, so if you're interested in for whatever reason, you can join that. And we can have a little chit chat if you want. Bye! That means turn it off.